Hi you guys, it's Stephanie with Coffee Paper Scissors. I've been working on a secret journal for a friend of mine. Her husband asked me to make her something, and I was very happy to do so. It was something I had been wanting to accomplish because quite a couple of years ago when I started making journals, she supported me by having me make them for her daughters for different things. And I thought, well, it would be nice to make her one as a thank you. So her husband then asked me, hey, will you make a journal for her? And I was like, well, I would love to. I had been thinking about doing that. So it kind of all worked out. This is what I came up with. She's a lady that I go to church with. So this is the first time I've done one that's kind of a churchy themed sort of journal. So I found this fabric at Hobby Lobby the other day. The papers that I've used are the same papers that I have been using in the file folder flip thing that I am still working on, and I just started today making cards and tags to stick in it. So hopefully I'll be able to make another video pretty soon for that. But it's interesting to see, how different something can turn out just by going, with a different theme. So I had planned on this one being more of a bluish and reddish, but then when I went to look for fabric, I couldn't find any fabric that I thought went with the papers. And then I found this at Hobby Lobby, and I was like, okay, I'll just add black and then this will work. So it's really, really pretty fabric, I think. And this is the first time that I've ever left the spine. It's a soft cover. I did 2 signatures, but it's the first time I've ever left the spine without anything covering it. And I thought it looked pretty cool. It kind of reminds me of a Bible in that way. And so, I don't know, I thought I would just leave it like that, and I liked it. And then there's the back. And I made a tassel to go along with it that she can remove if she wants to, just with a couple little charms hanging off. The closure is fabric. Alrighty, so inside I did just a red polka dot inner part of the cover, and then I sewed on some pockets from the outer cover fabric. Okay, so then you'll recognize these papers from, like I said, the other project that I've been working on. And then I just went and I either did stamps or stickers that I had either already in my stash or I found some at Hobby Lobby. And then I put just some trims along the side. I really like the way that this looks, and I do it in a lot of my journals. I don't know, I just think it looks really pretty. I tried to add some black lace, and I did not like the way that looked at all. It kind of, I don't know, it just didn't give the right look. I didn't like it. So there's no black coming off the sides there. Anyway, so then I just filled in, I think she's gonna want a lot of journaling space. And so I just did a whole bunch of places for her to be able to write. I can do all things. Some lace along the side. I did have, okay, so on this side, I had this old card, and it opens all the way up. Isn't that cool? Anyway, in this card was this little bookmarky type thing, so I just glued it on this side as a decoration. So then that opens up, and then inside here I just made a little card to go inside. And then I did put a couple things that aren't necessarily churchy. I didn't have a lot image-wise, and so I found things on, this was a Graphics Fairy image that I found that, the colors went, and so I went ahead and used that. Let your light shine. This here just kind of goes over the top. Pray without ceasing. And then a little belly band here with a little card on the inside. And then I did find, this is some black that I thought went okay. I found this at Hobby Lobby, and it's velvety on the inside here, and then, kind of see-through on the outside. I thought that was really pretty. Be joyful and patient be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, and faithful in prayer. And then there is actually writing on here, and it's in silver, so it's hard to see, but it says, now faith is being sure of what we hope for and certain of what we do not see. Hope anchors the soul. And then here's just again, not churchy, but the colors worked. He restores my soul. And then both of these I found on the Graphics Fairy website. And then back here, I have an old Bible that is really big, and obviously the writing is really big as well. And so I just photocopied some pages, and I thought, are Bibles copywritten? And so the King James Version is not here in the US, but apparently in the UK it is. So I guess here in the US it's okay to make a photocopy of a Bible page and use it. So I did. Anyway, and then here is another image from Graphics Fairy, and it says, be still and know I am with you. And then that's the Graphics Fairy image. And then this little paper clip, I just took and curled the edge around just to make it a little cuter. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. And then also, I have quite a few hymn books, and I do have one that's in really bad shape, and I thought, well, I could just take it apart and use bits. But then when I came to try and do it, I couldn't do it. So I made photocopies of ones that are not copywritten any longer. And I just made, I kind of shrunk it down to where it would fit. And then I can do all things through him who strengthens me. Everlasting love. This is the center. And then I did just some paper, hearts. And I thought about doing beads, and then I just decided to do hearts. I don't know. She can cut them off if she doesn't like them hanging there. This opens for journaling. And then there's a little tag here. Great or small, he loves us all. And then it says, be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, faithful in prayer. Hey, that's the same one that's over here in a stamp version. And then the other side of that photocopy I made. Anchored in the Lord stamp set that I have. So lots and lots of spaces for journaling or adding pictures if she'd like. And all shall praise his name. Let all that you do be done in love. This is an image from Graphics Fairy. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. And then I have a journal that I just took apart, and it has verses at the bottom of the pages. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is my stronghold, is the stronghold of my life. of whom shall I be afraid? And then delight yourself in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart. And then here was a little short page, and really there wasn't much that could be done with this as far as writing or something. So I put another piece on top, and then I didn't like how plain the back side of it was. So I took this and I sewed around it, and then I glued it down, and it created a little pocket on this side, if that makes sense. And then in the pocket, so I took, you know, this is one of the digitals that I bought, and I took it and I shrunk it down real far and folded it. So it's like a little, that's really cute, right? I thought that was cute. And then it says, may his amazing love touch your heart. And it could stick all the way in folded, or it can stick out like that. I thought that was kind of cute to have it sticking out like that. Choose for yourself this day whom you will serve, but as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. Rejoice in his mercy. Do not worry about anything. Instead, pray about everything. Tell God what you need and thank him for all he has done. So there was a set of stamps I just purchased at Hobby Lobby, and I didn't read them closely. And what I found when I started using them is that they're kind of paraphrased verses. I was reading it and I was like, wait, that doesn't sound quite right. And then I realized they took the verse and it says the same thing basically, but like either shortened it or paraphrased it or whatever. So I was like, well, that's not great. But I guess it still has the same meaning, hopefully. If she doesn't like it, she can cover it up. Or she can like play teacher and cross it out and fix it or whatever. I'm hoping I have been in camera, in frame the whole time. Be strong and take heart. Fear not, for I am with you always. And there's still a little bit of layering up there. Always be joyful. That's hard sometimes. That's hard for me. I know that we're supposed to, but... So the page that I shrunk down, this is the one that I shrunk down and made that small thing that folded. He will be our peace. And then more songs that I found. Again, they're not copywritten anymore, so I just photocopied them and made them into a page. On the back side, this is another image from Graphics Fairy. And then this is Be Still and Know That I Am God. I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. So this one is a vintage get well card, and she's not sick, but I just liked the colors and stuff, and I didn't want to mess with it. And so I hope she realizes that. Anyway, this is again like the other one over in the other signature. It would have lifted up depending on how I put it, but instead I put it in within the signature, and then I glued down here at the bottom to make it into a pocket instead of something that would lift out. And then I did the same thing here and shrunk this down and folded it in half. And this one says, give thanks to the Lord, for he is good, his love endures forever. The Lord is my shepherd. Every good and perfect gift is from above. This is just a little fussy cut, you know, that I took. So there weren't these sorts of things in the digital kit. So I took the pages that were there and I shrunk bits and pieces of it down and fussy cut it out to get the fussy cuts that I did make or have. Choose joy. Another lady from Graphics Fairy, and it's all poppies, and she doesn't have poppies in her hat, but I thought it was close enough. Be still and know that I am God. The joy of the Lord is your strength. And then give thanks to the Lord, for he is good, his love endures forever. And then again, I did the little hearts coming out the bottom. This one says, God is working in you, giving you the desire to obey him and the power to do what pleases him. And the Lord himself goes before you and will be with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. And then now these three remain: faith, hope, and love, but the greatest of these is love. Graphics fairy image. So this is one of the ones that is paraphrased again. For I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord, to give you hope and a future. So this part that says to give you hope and a future, this part is what I was like, well, yeah, that sounds right. But this part down here, I was like, wait a minute. So I went and I read the verse, and this, to give you hope and a future, it is what the verse says, but they paraphrased it. So anyway. And then this is another, no, this was a, some of those pre-cut out flowers that you can buy at Hobby Lobby. There was actually a poppy in one of those sets. For God so loved the world, that verse. And then give thanks to the Lord. His love endures forever. That's funny. Isn't the verse, give thanks to the Lord for he is good, his love endures forever? Is that the verse? Do those go together? And I just put them together by chance? Am I right or am I wrong? I don't know. Maybe I'm making up my own verses too. This is the other side of that get well card. And again, she's not sick, but I thought, I just like, you know, the colors and everything. So there we go. And then another little graphics variant image. She has a couple of brunette daughters, and I just thought that was cute. Faith is being sure of what we hope for and certain of what we do not see. And then this one says, O Lord, our Lord, how majestic is your name in all the earth. And then hold on to hope. And another song. And the songs that I chose are all songs that I believe she'll know. You know, we sing at church still. We sing a lot of the older hymns. So I chose ones that I hate it when I come across a hymn and I'm like, oh, that sounds great, but I have no idea what the tune is. And so at least when she comes to it, she'll be like, oh, you know, she'll know it. So I tried to choose ones that I thought she would know. God is love. By day the Lord directs his love, at night his song is with me. I goofed on this stamp just a little bit. Whoopsie. And then the very back. Choose for yourself this day whom you will serve. As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. It seems that the when you buy things that are pre-made, there are a few verses that they're more likely to use, and I know that I have that somewhere else in there. So, and then I put my handmade by. So there's the back. Anyway, so this is going to my friend, and I just thought I'd do a quick video so you could see. So it'll be interesting to compare this one and how it turned out with the other one that I am still working on. You know, just adding a few different colors, how much it can change one digital kit. Anyway, thanks you guys for watching. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.